This is Plain Jane. Jane lives on a plane and is quite happy in her two-dimensional world. One day, she encounters a wizard. The wizard tells her that he has seen visions. Visions that there is an infinite number of other plane worlds and that they are somehow all connected. Plain Jane asks how this is possible. The strange wizard says that she must find out for herself and then come back to him. So the next day, Jane takes a run while thinking to herself. Well, she gets so distracted by her thinking that she runs further than usual and suddenly crashes into something. Is it a barricade? Plain Jane notices that it doesn't seem to end. It's a line! Scared, she runs in the other direction. She runs and runs and runs and runs and crashes into another line. Tired and, at this point, kind of confused, she sits down and stares at her legs. Wait a minute. Her legs, they're a line too. She has an epiphany. If her feet are a point and her hip is a point, her legs are just the connection of the two. So maybe her two-dimensional plane world is just a connection of the two lines. Excited, she runs back to the wizard to tell him of her discovery. He confirms her thought, then grants her the ability to travel to other dimensions. Excited, Plain Jane travels to the third dimension with the wizard's help. Together, they construct lines that extend from her plane world to a nearby plane world. The new shape that she sees has not one, not two, but 6 different plane worlds. She calls this new shape a cube. Well, Jane's head is now beginning to hurt, but she decides that she also wants to check out the 4th dimension for herself. So she takes 2 boxes and connects the corners with more lines. In this dimension, Plain Jane realizes that the edges of this mysterious, new, complicated 4D object is made up of 3-dimensional objects. After much deliberation, she decides to call this new shape a Tesseract. At this point, Plain Jane decides that she has had quite enough of traveling to higher dimensions. So she takes apart the Tesseract, and then the cube, and finally returns to her home plane consisting of dots and lines. The dimension of a mathematical space is described as the minimum number of coordinates needed to identify a point in it. For example, a line is 1D because it requires 1 coordinate to identify a point, and a plane is 2D because it requires both an x and a y coordinate. The 2D representations of higher dimensional objects can be drawn by connecting 2 objects from a previous dimension. Keeping this in mind, then, we can visualize objects in higher dimensions. 2 cubes can be connected in 4D to form a tesseract, also called an octahedroid or 8-cell. A 5th dimensional object can be represented by connecting 2 tesseracts to form a 5 cube, and so on. Here I've drawn 2 different orientations of a tesseract. Looks pretty cool, huh? Just like a square is bounded by lines and a cube is bounded by planes, a tesseract is bounded by cubes and prisms. So, what does all this have to do with anything? Dimensions play an important role in the study of physical systems in physics. It's important because it allows us to study physical relationships and patterns, which can be applied when we're looking at space and gravity. 10 dimensions are used to describe string theory, a theoretical framework of the universe that has helped particle physicists and astrophysicists study some of the most complex scientific questions today. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed our first video. If you did, please like and comment down below and subscribe to our channel. We're going to be releasing new videos every Wednesday, so keep checking back. And also, check out our website, acionized.com. The link is in the description. We post articles 2 or 3 times a week on a ton of different subjects, so check those out too. And see you next week. Thanks guys. Bye!